Hello. When a client contacts me, they're looking for two things, usually. They're looking for a strategy, something that's going to teach their dog to do something it's not doing or to not do something it is doing. The other thing they're looking for is something that they couldn't have already thought of themselves. They don't want to pay me for something they already could do or already knew or already thought of. So it's my job to come up with a strategy that will stop the dog doing what they don't want him to do or get him to do something that he isn't doing. And it needs to be something where they wouldn't have thought of it themselves. Otherwise, why would they pay for it? But I often get clients who've had trainers in before who were given a strategy, but it was something that they already knew. An example of this would be they've got a aggressive dog, and so they're told by the trainer, if you're walking down the street and there's a dog coming towards you, turn around and go the other way. Well, that's a strategy, technically, but it's not something they couldn't have thought of themselves. They probably already had to do it numerous times. Morally, I don't feel I can charge them for that advice. Or they've got a dog who's aggressive to people who come into the house, so they're told to shut the dog away. Again, this is not a strategy I could ask them to pay for because they've probably already done it or certainly thought of it themselves. So I would feel I was kind of ripping the client off if I gave that advice. What they want from me is advice that enables them to have a guest and the dog in the room together, or to be able to walk past that dog that's lunging and barking. And if I couldn't give them that, I wouldn't book them as a client because I know that's actually what they want. Another thing that I often see people advised and charged for is feeding their dog. People make you pay for that. So the owner says, well, I've got a problem with my dog who barks at other dogs. And they're told to throw food on the floor to distract him from the other dog. Now, this is a thing otherwise known as positive reinforcement, where the dog carries out a behavior, you reward that behavior with something he wants in the hope that it will encourage that behavior to repeat. But now I'm trying to tell the client that no, this is what's going to stop him from barking at other dogs. Well, it's never going to stop him from barking at other dogs because it never teaches him he's not allowed to bark at other dogs. So the best you could hope for was that while you were throwing food on the floor, he's distracted from barking at the other dog, which may well happen. But it doesn't teach him not to bark at the other dog. What it does is teach him to scavenge food off the floor. And I've never had a client who rang me and said, my dog just doesn't eat enough food off the floor. Can you please come up with a strategy that means he'll eat more food that he finds randomly on the floor? I don't think any client wants me to do that, so I don't do that. So I would give them a strategy that actually taught the dog not to keep barking at other dogs. So if you've got a trainer or a behaviourist that you're working with and he's charging you for things that you think, I could do that myself. I didn't need you to teach me how to do that. I know how to do that. It's not really helping. Then you may well have picked the wrong trainer. So it might be time to start shopping around and see if you can get somebody else who can actually help resolve the issues that you've got. But I wish you the very best of luck.